This is how to professionally enamel. See this? I did not really fill this bucket up. You don't, in a cut bucket, you don't want it full because what happens if your brush goes in there, right? Where is it? Okay. And then you don't want it swimming. And you don't want this thing coming out of the bucket, you know, up to here, up high on your bristles. It just ruins the job. I'm using an embedded filter there. Easy to make, just get a filter, use a little tape. And I'm using a Worcester. This actually looks like artificial plastic fibers. One product I use, where are you? Oh, here you go. This looks like a more product, Satin Impervo on a Benjamin Moore. And I picked the color White Dove. They have linen white, different things you can, different tones. But I find this the best. And what you want to do is put a cap of, believe it or not, lamp oil. Good quality, just one cap. And then kind of lift up your brush and see your flow. What lamp oil does, it's better than Penetrol. It makes the lines lay really beautifully. Enameling is all about lines when you're brushing. So let's get started on this. I tap on the side. You don't want a lot. I got these wires. This sucks. This gap I noticed was too big when I was caulking. So what I'm going to end up doing is using some kind of epoxy in there. But later, that's something I'm going to remember I have to do, and I think I'm almost done. Okay. Right now, the main objective is to get paint on the wood at this point. So you could brush like a monkey right now, just as long as you get the paint on the wood. Because we're gonna later do a decent brush. Here, I have plenty of lighting. See, I noticed something right here. A little bit of something came off. We have two wood grains going on here. I'll show you in a second. We have two wood grains. We have wood grain going this way, and what I'm doing today is doing one side, let it dry. Then I could come back with my frog tape and make a laser cut in. It'll look beautiful. So now that I already did, I want to go like this. Look, keep your brush straight. And you want to embed your lines, okay? That's important. Make sure it's straight. There we go. Here, I'm gonna, now I can see where my brush lines travel to. I know from the beginning over here to here it's straight. And I'm gonna try to blend them in, the two. So I'm gonna land my brush tip and do it straight as possible. And then I'm gonna go down here, do it straight as possible. Middle, straight as possible. You want this to look sprayed almost. You put that lamp oil in, I guarantee it'll look like it's sprayed. Okay, now there's my finish. First coat. I'm gonna put 2. After this one, I'm gonna buff it and put another coat. Some painters do what they call a split coat. They'll mix the oil base primer with the enamel, and they call it a split coat. That way you could skip your second coat. You could go like a split coat first instead of a primer, and then you go second coat, you can use your enamel, and then boom, it's a shortcut. But I have a little time here because I want to, it's so beautiful. So I'm gonna go this route where I put on my primer, buff it, put on my first coat, buff it, put on my second coat, and in between the first coat and the second coat, we're gonna do more repair work. Here we go. I'm gonna move this out of the way because danger, Will Robinson. If you drop this on the stairs, you're gonna make a hell of a mess. You're gonna be like, ah. I'm going down the steps so I can do this. I'm brushing my way down. Brushing my way down. Gotta make sure this has no dust on it. Sometimes I would vac rooms for hours, and then I'd come back out and they'd say, go back again, just about to make sure. And then I had to go vac. And then, I mean, the company I work for, we put a lot of time into prep. Okay, now here we go. I want to always circulate this enamel in my bucket through my filter, because believe me, even with everything I did just now, and you seen I cleaned it pretty damn good, shit can still get in there, and it does. It's just first coat. Okay, now I got the coverage. One thing you need to do is go back and look at your stuff, because you could get the runs. I'm not talking about eating a lot of Raisin Bran either. Okay, now we got the coverage. Now we're gonna put in the brush marks. In the brush marks, on a typical step, if you could do it, one brush. Okay, ready? Oh, I'm not gonna do it in one, but I came close. Going across, okay. Now, I'm gonna take it as far as I can. Hold on. No, that's not looking good. You get the picture. Just gotta get it. These brushes. Okay. Now, this is the true test right here. Let's take the light and see your brush marks. I mean, this camera, I don't know if it's picking it up. I can see they're straight. And you need to stop and go back and look at your work. You have to. That's imperative. You have to go. You have to see your brush marks straight. If they're not straight, you're gonna do a shit job. And don't come crying to me. Next time you see me, I'm gonna go sideways. I'm gonna do this side ring going down. And then we're gonna marry into what I'm doing here. So, and I have to buff this down and treat this, what I'm doing. And this whole process has to marry into this. I have some, one thing I'm gonna get into as I show you everything. See, I have a real crappy top part. I'm only enameling the bottom part. The top, this decorative piece, I gotta fix a lot of the shattered wood. I think they had furniture coming down, stuff, but I'm debating on epoxy, because it's kind of, I wanna find an epoxy that you can sculpture with a razor blade as it's wet, but it's kind of has a clay consistency. So I'll be doing that later. But as far as this goes, so far it's looking good. And this is little knowledge. Have a great day.